Think we're live. Feel like we should go with blue. But maybe like see that? Kind of dark in here. It's really just that corner of the room that's like kind of dark. That's all right. It happens. I like it. What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody. Shakayla, Kate, Allie, Bloom, what's up? My Christmas was good. How was yours? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everyone. The badges. I know I gotta look at the stream. I haven't looked. I hope the badges are good. Bren, hello. Bloom, what's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody. Duncan, Haley, what's up? What's up? Happy Boxing Day. That's what they say overseas, isn't it? Wow. I was looking at getting paid by the DNC, but can't figure out tips. Honestly, no. They just like some random dudes in like scary black suits just like came to my door and kind of just like forced me into it. So I don't know how they like found me, but it's a good question. Madeline, what's going on? I'm trash at NCAA. No, what a terrible thing. What's up, everybody? It's good to see everybody. Matrix vibes. Why is it the Matrix vibes? Sandy, what's up? Sid, what's up? So I hope everybody had a really great Christmas if you celebrate. If not just in general, I hope you had a good you've had a good holiday season. Cute new badges. I like to hear it. New shirt. Yeah, little sweater. Cardigan. What's going on, Space? What's up? Love the fit. Appreciate you. Yeah, just a little sweater. Good to see you, Emma. How are you? Can I see like what the badges look like? Why does it say? Why do some people just have the regular badge? Oh, it's just not like it's not like updating on my screen. I'm fucking with the Jacket King. Yo, appreciate you. Yeah, you know, I feel like I normally wear darker colors, so rocking with some a little lighter. No, Allie, it's criminal. It's borderline criminal. Oh, Lexi, I'm so sorry. It's all right. We'll be live today, 5 to 8. Tomorrow, 5 to 8. It's gonna be a good time. And don't worry, we're gonna do lots of debates tomorrow. Yo, Katie, I appreciate you. Dude, streaming with Sisson was very fun. We're gonna do that again soon, don't worry. I think he's kind of away. Not away, but like he's away from his PlayStation and such. Reese. Are you still gonna regulate? Yes. Yes, I am. That's tomorrow, Bea. Yes, I am. You said what time is it at again? Thank you for reminding me, by the way. And also for next time we stream with Sisson, and I beat him in NCAA because that's what I did last time. I got a capture card, like an actual capture card. So it's like we're gonna have an actual, like I'll have my mic on and my face cam on in the game, and then Harry will also have a face cam on my stream, which is gonna be sick. So it'll be like a lot better. I appreciate you guys dealing with like I was listening back, like the audio quality and everything was just garbage because I was just streaming straight from the PlayStation. But I don't know, I just picked up this random like Elgato. This is like a kind of a portable capture card, so I was like, perfect. I can bring it around places. So yeah, should be a good time. Wow, actually, I love her. Wow. Harry, Harry, he only won because his tiny hand. No, shout out. Who said that? Autumn? Yeah, I mean, come on now. Autumn knows best. I mean, wow. I've never heard anything so beautifully said. Don't diss the sis. I love the light in your background. Thank you. Appreciate you. By the way, I'm also dual streaming right now on YouTube. If you guys go follow the YouTube channel, it would mean a lot. I don't know if I'll like post. I'm gonna start posting shorts there. I haven't really like. I mean, I guess if TikTok gets banned, I have no reason not to post YouTube videos. Sometimes I wonder if like you just start posting so many different places. I don't. I kind of end up spreading myself too thin. But like I don't know. Maybe I can make a YouTube video sometime soon. Be cool, right? Have a Twitch and pin the link. I like that. I like that, Kayla. So yeah, we'll kind of figure it out. Valerie, what's up? Good to see you. Why are you orange now? I don't know. Can you change like the name? Can you change the color of your name? Okay, Kayla, got you. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Am I not live on YouTube right now? It says I'm live on YouTube. At least my OBS does, but then when I go to YouTube, it doesn't say I'm live. Am I live somewhere else? I hope I'm connected. Allie, good to see you. Maybe I'm like, am I connected to like a different YouTube channel right now? Or do I have to like do this? Do I have to do this to go live on YouTube? Hold up. How the hell do I pin? Why people want us to do battles? Why? I feel bad doing battles. Battles is kind of. Oh, oh. Okay, and I guess now I'm live on YouTube. I just have to like. That's weird. Interesting. Okay. Well, if you guys follow me on YouTube, it'd mean a lot. Title still says NCAA, really? Shit. I'm a bad fucking. Nice. It literally says Harry Sisson NCAA. We fucking love that. That's great. Thank you for telling me that. Whoever told me that. Jesus. I always feel like I have everything set up until I don't. And then it's just fucking Jesus. Okay. How do you not know something's a rerun? All right, so I changed it to MAGA Meltdown for NY New Year's Eve because MAGA is all Laura Loomer and Trump are fighting, or Laura Loomer and Elon Musk are fighting, and everyone's getting upset, which I think is really dope. MAGA Meltdown. All right, we'll just do this. Category people and blogs, great. All right. Sorry, team. Sid, good to see you. I went on a date. Xmas Eve, he started performing screamo music in my car. Thought it was gonna die of secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, I'd say, wow, yeah. If you go on a date with a guy and he starts rapping in the car, singing in the car, like not singing, but like doing, like performing. Yo, check this out. I can sing this. I can rap Eminem the fastest. Dip up out of there. Go ahead and leave. That's wow. That's a bad sign. It's a really bad sign. A really, really, really bad sign. Chris, don't even lie. You would do that. Well, Reese, I think you could get banned from the stream. So, Reese, it's good to see you. It's great to see everybody. Chris, do you play Apex? I don't. I will be live on TikTok tonight. I'm very excited to do some debates. Very excited to do some debates. The call is coming from me. Chris, I just dropped in to say hi. I'm not into NCAA gaming. Oh, well, I appreciate being here, Barbara. It's okay. I'm actually not. We're actually talking about politics. We're not playing games. So if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome. I know it says that I'm doing, fucking NCAA, but I kind of messed that up. Yo, Bloom, thanks for the 5 bits, by the way. Appreciate you. Goofy ass tongue out. I don't know when do I stick my tongue out? When does that happen? Yo, Duncan, thanks for subscribing for 1 month at tier 1. Resubscribing. You've now been subscribed for 2 months. You got a cool sub badge. I finally got Twitch. Yo, good to see you. I appreciate you. Well, it was a first date. I mean, yeah, you have bad first dates, man. It's a thing I've had way long ago. So I'm 22, so like 3-4 years ago, I went on a first date. I actually told Harry this story recently. I went on a first date that was like, that shit was not good. Basically, like, I didn't like the way she acted in person was a lot different than I thought it was going to be, which okay. But then kind of toward the end of the date, like she was basically like to cut a long story short, she started talking about how we were gonna like have kids one day. And she drove home and was like, you know what, actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's good to like. I don't know. That's someone else. That's someone else. I'm not gonna talk badly about someone else like that. Everyone goes on. Everyone does their own thing, and I don't know. Maybe I'm the bad first date person. Who knows? Anyways, Lulu, good to see you. Jeez. I had a guy tell me he's in love with me 2 days after talking. I immediately got the ick. Yeah, that's crazy. I should hop on Discord and tell the rest of that story. Be fun. Yo, Melody, thank you so much for gifting a sub to the community. Can I get some W spams for Melody and Duncan for resubscribing? Melody, that goes a long way. We're at 207 subscribers. I love it. I think we had some subs. Oops, I think we had some subs expire would be my guess, because I think last stream we were closer to like 265. Is that correct? Yeah, that would be correct. Yeah. All right, should we talk about some politics stuff? My holiday was good, relaxing, spent some time with the family, uh, ate some good food, uh, really low key, which was really great. Oh my goodness, Duncan gifted a tier 1 sub to Barbara. Sabrina gifted a tier 1 sub to Reese. Can I get some W spams in the chat? Holy shit, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Money. I'm currently friends with this boy I really like, and he sent me some very explicit anime videos of 2 oiled up dudes, and I think I like him even more now. Okay. Wow. You could, yeah. Well, I mean, there's someone for everyone, right? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Maybe he's got a good sense of humor. Yo, well, thank you guys so much for gifting Duncan and Sabrina for gifting subs. That like means so much to me. Seriously, like truly means a lot. It goes a long way. And Melody as well. Oh, Melody, Duncan, Sabrina, you guys are going crazy. Join the Discord up there. It's pinned at the top. Great sense of humor. That's right. It goes a really long way to support the stream. Really, really helpful for me. So I appreciate you so much. Yo, Sid. Oh my goodness, gifted a sub to Lulu. Huge W's for Sid in the chat. Now Lulu has a subscription. Actually, Lulu, you now have a 3-month subscriber badge because I guess your sub expired, but now you're like there. So look, Lulu's White House is gold. That's pretty cool. Huge W's for Sid in the chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Duncan, I appreciate you. Well, listen, we should talk about politics, I guess, right? Be a good thing to do. If I understand correctly. Should pop up on. Yep. Perfect. All right. This is, I don't know, on Twitter. I don't know why. I really appreciate everyone being here. Seriously, I hope everyone had a really good Christmas history. If that's what you celebrate, hope you got some good family time. I had a very low key. Yo, Bloom, thanks for cheering another 50 bits. I appreciate you so much. It was my day was relaxing, which is good. Now I'm ready to get back at it and kill some MAGA. Not actually kill, debates. Metal Mama, good to see you. My day was low key too. Huh? Sometimes what you need. I'm tired right now, man. Kind of. What? Okay. Give me a sec, chat. Don't know why I just randomly got logged down on Twitter. You know what? Actually, I fucking need Twitter, dude. I don't know why the fuck I want to be on Twitter. So, this is what's like going on in the world right now, which is actually a lot, considering the break and all. First of all, we have like MAGA fighting each other. Like I said, Laura Loomer and Elon Musk are like going at it to see who's like most loyal to Trump, who like thinks Trump's the sexiest. It's actually really weird to watch, but I mean, for once every Democrat right now is like, wow, this is the first time I've ever agreed with Laura Loomer ever, because she's like, Elon, we all know you're just like claiming to like Trump so you can like become richer, and it's like, wow, true. So that's happening. We have this happening where a plane actually crashed on Christmas Day, which is really sad. And there's some concern that the Russians shot it down. I believe it crashed in Kazakhstan. Yeah. So, yeah, it would be the Russians accidentally thinking that this was a Ukrainian drone and an anti-aircraft missile shooting down a plane, which would be really, really. I mean, it's just terrible. It's on Christmas Day. I mean, it's just terrible. 38 people died, and there's 67 on board. And essentially, this is the flight path right here, and ends up downing. So we will see more. I guess the U.S. is now providing their thoughts on it for the first time. So that was obviously a big, how horrible, I know. It was really, really sad. Really, really sad. So we'll see what happens, if the Russians accidentally fucking shot down a plane. I don't know. I don't know what exactly the response would be. Oops. Hold on. I don't know exactly what the response would be from the world, but I think we're going to wait and kind of see what. There we go. I think we're going to kind of wait and see what people think. I need Chris and Kevin to argue about Luigi. Oh boy. What happened if they said they did do it? Bea asks. Well, I think obviously like NATO would be extremely fucking upset. I think that, I don't know that I don't I don't know. That's my honest answer. I don't know. I think it depends on like multiple factors. I think it depends on who's on the plane. Which really sucks, obviously, because every human life is like valuable, is equally as valuable, obviously. But I'm saying from like a NATO perspective, like I don't know that there's more sanctions to put on Russia. I don't know, if I don't know. I mean, hopefully, other people close to Russia, like China, there's like a lot of pressure for them to like denounce it. But the ugly thing about politics is like you start, it becomes like, what does NATO do in regards to like human life? It's just sad. It's like a really sad situation. So we need Kevin back. I think Kevin's left at the moment. We got a high train. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Elon is a closet Democrat. Gates report, dude, is a mall. We should talk about the Gates report, Mahal. Good call. Sid says, can you admit that the outcome of Luigi's actions are good at least? What are the outcomes of Luigi's actions? I'm gonna let Chat answer that question while I run and grab caffeine. Double tap the screen. Spam some emotes in the chat. All right, Chat. Waking up a little bit here. Sorry. I don't know why I'm so just like, Jesus. I think I'm not tired. I'm just mellow. Mellow. I'm a mellow fellow. All right, what are we saying in the chat? Again, the Discord's pinned on the top. Calling out billionaires. Didn't United lose a lot of money? That's exactly why he did it, and the outcome has shed a light on how fucked our system is. The discussion around the healthcare system. I refuse to believe that any protest would have gotten the attention that this did and even caused Blue Shield to undo a policy they were trying to change. Don't diss the sis. And the Blue Shield changed their minds on the anesthesia stuff. Clash consciousness. Companies are forgiving more health debt. More people are becoming aware of health care inequality. So here's going to be my thoughts on all that. Good to see you guys. So a couple problems. Number one, I disagree that Blue Cross Blue Shield changed their policy around the anesthesia because of Luigi. I think that was getting significant press before that happened to Luigi. I think Blue Cross Blue Shield was going to back off regardless. There was a significant amount of outrage the day before on that policy, but we can't tell the future. Number two, I agree that the awareness that people have around the healthcare system and people, and I'm glad that people have more of awareness around the healthcare system. I think that it's, what am I trying to say here? That it's 1, 2, 3. What's going on? It's good to see you. Glad that people have more awareness around the healthcare system. And I think that we can acknowledge the negatives of our healthcare system and the lives they have costed, and acknowledge that the CEO of United Health may have been complicit in that. The question for me, logically, then becomes, when did we cannot have a society? You remember Kyle Rittenhouse? So Kyle Rittenhouse went out and felt like he could play vigilante because the exact same thing. Because the government didn't care about the horrible things that were happening into a community he felt like was close to him. So he went out and he played vigilante and he shot people. And we disagree with that because we say morally that there was no vigilantism and Kyle Rittenhouse is a racist. So is this what we're going to do now? We just get to decide like when you can take things, we just get to decide morally. We get to draw lines about like when it's appropriate to play judge in the country. Like Kyle, like we all get outraged when, white people take guns and play vigilante, especially being white supremacists, saying the government's not caring about me. And we're all outraged because we say they're not allowed to play judge. But then United Healthcare CEO loses his life, and he's got a child, a child online right now watching all this discourse, and a family he left behind, and that's acceptable because we agree with the morality of the fact that that healthcare CEOs are bad people. I see. I don't. I. It's not innately that I have an issue with the idea of like the. Again, it's not that I have a problem with. I'm going at it from a different angle. It's not that I have a problem with people, saying that, oh, we've gained awareness and we can recognize that, you know, healthcare in this country is broken. But on a fundamental level, I think it's like you can't have both. We cannot. We have we should have a system in this country where even if the rules should apply equally. And I think it's like a logical fallacy to start drawing, or I think it's illogical to start saying, I disagree when people play vigilante here because of my moral beliefs. But because of my moral beliefs, I think it's acceptable when a 23-year-old goes out with a gun and just kills somebody. Not really, right? Um, so I don't know. Does that make sense? Feel like that's pretty reasonable stance to have. I don't know. I do. I mean, Lulu, to your point, like I do agree that it's been like there's been oh, I accidentally flipped this. I do agree that it's I think it's you say that like I know where you would stand, but I know again, I think this is one of those situations where like I stand in the middle of two sides, or like at pretty much every other situation, where I think that like, people who are like out of touch with how Americans feel are like screaming about how, are not acknowledging at all the, like the how privatized our system has become and hyper capitalism and how like the class consciousness. There's no acknowledgement of that at all. And they just say like, oh, you guys are all cheering on murder. I don't think like that's reasonable at all. Clearly, we're seeing like people understandably say, yeah, I'm angry too because I lost a family member because of the healthcare system in America. And this idea of class consciousness where we shouldn't be fighting left, right? We should be fighting up, down. So in that sense of people just being like, just dismissing everything, I think that's unreasonable. On the other side, like I can't support cheering cheering on a vigilante. That's like we at what point, like my question to everybody in the chat becomes, what values do you like, not values, but like from a pragmatic standpoint, from a moving the country forward, like what values do we hold to be true? Because like part of like, I say this to conservatives all the time on live, which is like, you don't get to pick big government when you feel like, you don't like something. You don't get to say, I want small government unless it's LGBTQ plus people, which morally I disagree with, so I want big government to go after them and control them. The idea behind being a conservative is that you like small government even when people make decisions you don't agree with. So in a similar conversation, like I don't really feel comfortable saying that Kyle Rittenhouse is a horrible guy because he played vigilante and it's unacceptable, like, or police officers don't get to play judge in this country. Kyle Rittenhouse doesn't get to play judge in this country. You don't get to fucking get upset because the government isn't doing something and go murder people. And we hold that standard to be true. And then because somebody kills a healthcare CEO, now all of a sudden it's like edits on TikTok and oh my God, free him. It seems like we're not really standing on anything. But again, I obviously understand and very much sympathize and have certainly more sympathy than this like moderate left on the idea of like class consciousness and the fact that like how like people in America are so sick and tired of the top 3 people owning 50% of the wealth, privatizing everything, and no one gives a fuck. Which again, this would be a whole. Now Lulu's response to that and other people's would be like, well, if we have to fight up and down, like Chris, you're actively recognizing how capitalism is like broken, and you should be like a socialist. Wrong. But I still think like I certainly agree that the healthcare system in America is currently complicit in some really atrocious things and lots of lives being lost. And we need some major reform around that. I don't know that major reform is going to get to the place we want it to be if we just go kill people. I also don't know how seriously people decide to take this discourse when we're cheering on someone who murdered a man with a family and a child, premeditated. So I don't know. It's all just very sad. I see a lot of different viewpoints. I haven't talked about it much because I don't feel really strongly about any given topic, but that's kind of my general thoughts. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm seeing bad chats here. See how many people disagree with me. And the UK does have a mixed economy. What? Okay. Let's all. Who? Chris, send help. This person needs to be blocked. All right. So no one's like actively mad at me. Hold on a second. Who is this person? Who is this like a random Republican or? All right, buddy, just relax. All right, relax. If I disappear from chat, my medication took me out. I'm listening. Also, don't mean that in a bad way. Just that I think you and your brother would have different viewpoints on. No, Lou. I know. I'm not. Yeah, Vandrea. I think a lot of people have the viewpoint he should be free. Get PayPal's killing me. I can't say anything other than bits. Well, I appreciate the bits. I can set up PayPal. You're very kind. Do you agree with the terrorism charges? I don't think I know enough about New York State law. My boy Steve. Katie, what's up? Okay, sorry. I didn't look at chat through that, but I understand your point, Chris, but I refuse to cry over the death of someone who opted to press a button to kill millions a day for an extra percentage of $1. I mean, or terrorism charges are federal, not state. Good point. I don't know. I'd have to look. I'd have to be more clear on the terrorism charges. All right. Well, first of all, we can. You know what we can all agree on in the chat. Eric Adams blows. I hate that guy. Spam some W's in the chat for the Eric Adams take. So yeah, I mean, look, you say like I understand your point, but I refuse to cry over the death of someone who opted to press a button to kill millions of people. I don't. Again, like this. I would say that like there's a gray area where you can have sympathy for. I have this conversation a lot in terms of just like politically about like, or really just like on a philosophical standpoint about like who to feel bad for, right? So like a lot of the problem in my life is that like I am an empathetic person and I think I give too much empathy. I think sometimes I will take away people's like responsibility for things. Let me explain like this. If I, like if there's somebody who's like been abused as a child, is really like just grew up in a horrible situation, just a fucked up family life, and then they go on to do atrocious things because they were abused as a child. Not because of, but that was obviously like a main factor. It's like you can feel sympathy for multiple different people in this situation. You can feel sympathy for the fact that this person who made an active decision to do a horrible thing was abused during their childhood, so it led them to do whatever, abuse someone else. You can feel sympathy or empathy for the person being abused. And in feeling empathy for this general situation, you can also acknowledge that like even if you grow up in a hard situation, that doesn't mean that you have the right to doesn't make you're still responsible for your own actions. So you made a decision to do something atrocious to somebody else. So I have empathy for where you came from, but also like, gray area. So, I mean, you don't have to feel bad for Brian Thompson. I mean, I've just felt awful, honestly, for the kid. My understanding is that his kid is like around my age. So like, if you got raised by your mom or your dad and they're like really great people and your dad's like providing for you and he's like a good guy and he like, I don't know, throws the football with you or I don't know, takes you to like band practice and like you have a lot of love and great moments. I have a lot of good moments with my dad up and down. And then he got murdered and then I watched the entire internet be like, yeah, fuck that guy. He deserved to die. I'd probably like lose my mind, right? That'd probably be like the most traumatic thing I could possibly go through. So it's like, all right, these are still human beings. But then again, like the question becomes like, it's all a very it's good discourse in a way because it's all very good philosophical questions about what, who deserves what, who is complicit in what, how we change the system. There a lot of people are obviously very upset. I don't know the answer, dude. I think I just haven't put as much thought as I could to the Luigi situation because it's sad. I don't know. It's all sad. It's sad. It is genuinely. What's going on? What's up? How are you? Thanks, first time chatter. 224. Appreciate you. It is genuinely distressing to me that we currently live in a world, in a country where somebody is shot in the back, and most of the country is happy about it. And I'm not saying, and I don't say that. I'm not saying that that the country's crazy and everyone should be, mourning. I'm saying that even if I agree with some of what Lulu is saying, even if that is the case, that still like fucks with my head. I'm like, wow, we've really we're in a society currently where like the healthcare system has ruined so many lives, and like the disconnect between the upper elite and everybody else is so broken that like we're here. And that fucks me up from every angle. That's scary. I don't know. And again, I'm not trying to say like you're bad, like Lulu, like I hope people understood that. I'm not trying to say like, oh, the whole country has gone crazy. I'm trying to say it's just like I don't think, and that's where I would like dissuade myself from some of the moderates on this, that, oh my God, like Gen Z has gone wild and like, our country is so fucked because people are cheering this on. And it's like, that's just dismissing the reason people are taking the action they're taking. Millions of people are not unreasonable. They're like, I fucking, my daughter or my wife or my husband had a cancer treatment that United Health wouldn't pay for, and they fucking died. And I spend my days while they died fighting with United Health over a fucking bill. Or I couldn't get, my wife couldn't get cancer treatment because United Health wouldn't cover it. Or I got surgery. It's like people aren't fucking just cheering on murder for no reason. They're not unreasonable people. There's clearly a deep-rooted issue here that has to be fixed. So I don't like people just like being like, oh, fuck, everyone's going crazy. I don't like people saying that like he should be free because he didn't murder somebody with a family. I don't fucking know, man. Maybe this is where Lulu is probably gonna laugh when I say this. That people say that's the reason I'm a liberal. It's because I'm too wishy-washy. That I just it's all sad and here's you're right, you're wrong. Like everyone's kind of wrong and kind of right, and I'm wishy-washy. There's a joke about every single, like, from communist to socialist to liberal to moderate to conservative to all right. Everyone's got like a thing that everyone, like a core part. I always think about this, like a core, I guess, like joke to them of like leftists are known as like emotional, not pragmatic, don't understand how the shit works. Liberals are seen as, wishy-washy, kind of elite, maybe like a white savior complex, care more about being right than actually making change. Moderates would be seen as, I don't know, the list goes down, the list goes on. It's always good to know your flaws. That's why I think about that. Always good to know like where you could be better. The tolerance paradox? I'm not familiar with the tolerance paradox. Ooh. No, yeah, Lulu, sorry. You're not a communist. Sorry. Did that make sense, though, Lulu? Like everything I said, what do you think? Do you think that's like my take was any good, or the Menendez brothers? I don't know enough about the Menendez brothers, to be honest. Yeah, Kate, right? It makes me anxious too, dude. I hear it. Can we please have a VC? Yeah, I'm down. We could stream a VC, dude. My best friend is over $500,000 in medical debt because she has cancer, 2 kids, under 5, only 23. Her kids matter too. I agree, Sid. That's so fucking sad. They won't pay for my expensive medication until 2025 start. Money is being raised to get the shot I need. United Healthcare sucks. I don't know how I feel about the Luigi thing because it's bad on both sides. I get why he did it, but at the same time, Brian will be replaced by someone who could be way worse. Kind of feel bad for his kid. I had to watch silently for that topic, I fear. Uh-oh, Allie. Did I have a bad take? No, don't apologize, Bea. Thanks for sending me that link. George is good. Oh, it's sick. Okay. Noon to 1. I'll be there. I'll be there. Have we met before, Bea? CEO does not look at these individual cases. He has a board of directors and he can be replaced if he's too soft. You can't just go around killing people no matter what you think of the person. I think that's also a good take, Shell. Drink reveal? This is an EchoVision energy drink. I like EchoVision, the company, like a lot. They're on TikTok. I just get frustrated because insurance companies are the reason I'll be making payments on my IOP program until I'm 31 years old. Very sensitive topic. Well, here's the thing, Kate. I actually appreciate Kate, I appreciate, first of all, I'm proud of you. Second of all, I appreciate you bringing that up. No good take. No good take. I completely agree with most of what you're saying. It's just hard to put the situation into words. No, I hear you. I hear you 100%. And Kate, like what you just said, I think that like one of my blind, like I genuinely think one day I'll probably have a political run. And I think that I try to think obsessively too much. I'm bad. I psychoanalyze myself too much. It's like one of my mental health problems. I do so much psychoanalyzing. It's fucking exhausting. But objectively, Kate, like even I'm wishy-washy on a subject like this because I might not being compassionate enough to your situation. I went to an out-of-patient program and my insurance covered most of it. But that was 8 weeks, $31,000. So in my world, it was like my insurance has most of it. Fuck. And I think like, what if someone didn't have insurance? But then not sure I put much thought to it. You are literally my age, and you're going to be paying off this debt till you're 30. I mean, for something that saved your life. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I mean, my program saved my life. And so like, I'm glad you brought that up because it's like maybe, again, I'm really like blessed the fact that my insurance would cover something like that. And I'd probably have a much different perspective if my insurance didn't cover something like that. So then I think maybe I don't have a good enough grasp on the healthcare system, and maybe it's, but then I just go round and round in my head about like the morality of it. Again, this is why these situations tire me out, because it's like really a question of philosophy on like what's appropriate for life, and like my OCD does not do well with questions that are unanswerable. It does really bad, and it just causes me to think all day long, which is very tiring. 1 to 2 across the street from the governor's mansion. Perfect, Bea, perfect. Kate, no, you're right. Oh, if I hadn't gone and committed to that program, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should be paying. Oh, yeah. No, I was saying like, yeah. But still, that because you needed help, you have to pay. We have a live in a society where because you needed help, you have to pay off debt until you're 31. As a public health student and someone with lots of health problems, it's just so beyond frustrating. It's obviously killing Americans. I don't know if it's just hard for people not to get radicalized by all this. And it is. That's true. Morally correct to do what he did? No, but I can see the facts that drove him to allegedly do it. I think that's fair. I think that's valid. I agree. 90% of the time, you and Ari have brought me back into a more moderate stance on many things. This is just one topic I can't feel too much sympathy for the CEO. We'll say, like, I appreciate you, like, I want to be clear with everyone, like, the left needs to do a bit better job, like, Democrats as a whole, Sid, and I appreciate you, like, watching the stream and supporting Harry and I, etc. Like, the left as a whole just needs to do better of, like, having a big umbrella. I think like as a party, we do a bad job of just like people have a different viewpoint on one thing and they're shunned. And like to win elections, like it's gonna be really, it's really hard to. We need like we have to be willing to have a big umbrella. And so I think it's like good that we're having this discourse. I think there's like many people in the chat who like disagree somewhat with my take. But like I'm also have like a deep understanding of why you disagree, and I think that your take is good, and you probably have some understanding of why I have my take, and so we're all existing under the same umbrella, trying to push the country forward in a good direction. I think that's an objectively good thing. I have no fucking idea, man. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. I don't want to do it. Sorry. I agree, Kate. I'm tired of the country continuing to parade around and of the free nonsense while simultaneously killing its people. We're the only developed country that doesn't provide universal health care for its people. Can't blame people for getting mad at it. Agree? Agree? Yo, Kai, good to see you. I hope you've had a good one. Sid, I appreciate you a lot. Seriously. I appreciate you. I do. Of course, Bloom, I appreciate you for the bits. Thank you so much. As someone who works in the healthcare system, I've worked in mental health programs where the patients really needed it, but insurances refused to cover it, so they weren't able to do the program. Really messed up and frustrating. Yeah, it is. So, and here's the other thing. I'll end on this. Bae, did you say we had met before? Kendi, yeah, it gets forgotten a lot because everything else brought up. I appreciate you guys having a good discourse. 1, 2, 3, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. That's too damn bad. Well, here becomes the real question, folks. I'll pose it like this. Watching at a thrift store right now, yo, appreciate you. Hope you get some good shit. It is, Lulu, because it's not up. It's not left and right anymore. It's up and down. Of course, Lulu, 100%. Where becomes the real question? The real question becomes when we talk about having affordable, universal healthcare. Part of the problem is in this, not with universal healthcare. Part of the problem with this, the discussion as a whole, and healthcare companies making a bunch of money and denying claims, is like how much our healthcare costs compared to everywhere else. And like there is some validity to the claim that like Americans demand the best care. We also pay people, like in terms of like just our general healthcare system, comparative to a lot of other places in the world. We pay people good wages. People spend a fuckload of money to go to medical school. And a lot of this money flowing in the system ends up at the consumer, where you're paying the most money for healthcare because it's actually fucking expensive. Like our healthcare costs an unbelievable amount of money, and that's partly because Americans demand the best. They like just as a society, we just like are unwilling to settle for, we like people who have money demand the absolute best services from doctors who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going to the best medical schools in the world on the cutting edge of technology. Meanwhile, and I'm not talking about all Americans, but I'm saying this like hyper capitalist system. People who have money will flood to America because if you have money, you'll get the best outcome here. Everybody else, again, this class up, down, everybody else is left fucked because our healthcare system is unbelievably expensive. And so like, again, it revolves around this question of like, in this entire discussion, I think my thoughts on the healthcare industry have become a little bit more, I dare to say the word radicalized. I dare. I think that my understanding of the healthcare system now is that we need like a much more aggressive like reform of our healthcare system. And like people have to the upper class, the upper class in America who demands the best healthcare and is and we have the best healthcare. Jesus, how do I can't speak. We have the best science in the world. We have the best doctors in the world. We're on the cutting edge of all this technology. It doesn't mean we have the best health outcomes, but it means that people who have money, who need help, will come to America. And something about that is going to have to change. We're going to have to reform the system so people who have a bunch of money are, I don't know, they're going to bitch and complain that they're, not, I can't pay for the most best care. I think that I think Democrats should start running way more heavily on healthcare and talk about like a serious reform of healthcare. And here's the other thing about that. It's not radical. Here's the other thing about that, and I don't know, I'm not necessarily sure what the reform looks like. I'm not even sure if it's universal healthcare. I'm not sure I necessarily I might still be under the position that we need a public and private option. But the funny thing is, and this is what Democrats will never realize. This is what moderate Democrats will never realize. Is like moderate Democrats would, say, "Oh, Chris, you're wrong about universal healthcare. You're wrong about this and this. We don't need that heavy of reforms." But actually, I don't know. Like the problem is like I don't care because it's actually at a point it becomes not about what actually works, but it becomes about like listening to your base. Like if Democrats don't run on massive healthcare reform, they will lose. It's just the truth. Like you can't have fucking 80% of the country screaming at the top of their lungs that the healthcare system is killing them and then be like, it's fine, and then just run an election like whenever the midterm elections are and act like it's going to be fine. Well, I don't think a massive healthcare reform would work. Well, I don't care because if you don't make it work, you are going to lose. It's that simple. And that's honestly where I'm at. People are like, what's going to work? I'm like, I'm not sure what's going to work, but something different than this. And if Democrats don't run on something different than this, they will lose. I don't know. We live in a society. Med school in France is $600 per year. In the United States, $58,000. $58,000 is honestly pocket change. I have that right now. I have so much. I spent $58,000 today on just basic stuff, All right, guys. Let's talk about other political things. Sorry. Appreciate the conversation, everyone. It was good. It was great. Bea. So awkward thing rally tomorrow canceled. Oh my, what? Wait, why? Weather? Is it raining or something? Addy, good to see you. I wasn't scheduled for a live today, really? Wait, what's today? Thursday? Is it not on my schedule? That's right, Sid. I appreciate you starting the discussion. Okay, Bea, it's actually... Bea, have we met? Okay, I don't know if you said this like a million times, but have we met before? They'd be back on the 3rd. Man, what the hell? Is this the Bea? I think I've met a Bea who works in politics in Georgia. Wait, but actually, no, I don't think that person worked in politics. Fuck. I don't remember anymore, dude. I can't remember people to save my goddamn life. Yes, Duncan. Yes. No, but my friend Will is friends with my sister? Will... What? Will? Will... Last name Will? What? Or you don't have to type his last name. Or like, Will from where? Will from what high school do you go to? Yo, Addy, I appreciate you a lot. You rock. Hello, good sir. What's going on? You need to go make cupcakes, Lou? Wow. Okay. All right. Well, actually have fun. Hope you have fun. All right. Will. My sister's friends with a Will. Will about to be doxxed. Everyone doxed Will? I don't know what school he went to before because he transferred. Your sister. You said Will is your brother. Wait, Jesus Christ! I'm trying to. Matt Gaetz weighed in. I'll have to call my sister. This is very interesting to me. That's what Chris makes an hour from the DNC. Best dish to cook. I make. Sometimes I make a pound of grass-fed ground beef, and I season it, and I put lettuce and cheese on it, and then I eat it. Really gourmet stuff here, or like pan-seared chicken. All right. Anyways, let's get back to regular shit. Bird at the center of the most of worst one species mortality event in modern history isn't recovering. Well, that's not good. Teen actor Hudson Meek, who appeared in Baby Driver and died. That's sad. Former Time Warner CEO died. That's really sad. Netanyahu, well, they're both equally as sad. Netanyahu ends the year having transformed his standing in Israel. Netanyahu's a horrible human being. That's about it. I've been told that Matt Gaetz is now weighing in on the a situation, the Musk Loomer situation. Actually, I'm gonna scoot this out of the way so we don't do that. I don't know what, dude. Why is my? Did anyone get anything dope for Christmas? I got a horse. I got a horse. I own a horse now. I didn't actually get a horse. I made that up. I totally lied. I didn't get a fucking horse, dude. No. My parents got me a couple pairs of clothes, which I really appreciated, and a couple books I wanted to read, and some cologne because I ran out of my cologne. They were very kind. I love them. Blocked and reported. I love how I just make. If you knew me in my personal life, sometimes here we go. We welcome the tech bros when they came running our way to avoid the third grade teacher picking their kid's gender, but the obvious Biden Harris, and the obvious, we did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy. Everyone's fighting now. And Matt Gaetz assaults women and sleeps with underage girls. Yeah. Cool, sick. Oh my God, someone's doing a space on this. Who's in the space?
Misnomer, bro.
You're telling me
Idaho,
let me just ask.
Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear it? Oh, I don't think you can. Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Sorry. Yeah. So you're about to hear your first taste, and we can actually hop in a Twitter space because I think yeah. Let me fix that for you. Sorry, guys. I think it'd actually be Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, I think it'd actually be a good I think people would enjoy it. It's debating kind of. All right, take a listen.
Only reason he got a job and he got to, he moved to San Francisco. I referred him to work at my brother's company, and then because of his app work, they sold their company for tens of millions of dollars to San Francisco. And that's the thing in Idaho. The only problem that I think that there is just that there's people don't know where to get these jobs, and these companies do nothing to help. They prefer to go to H-1B visas, and rather than show up to a job fair in Idaho and find these people. That's the ultimate problem. There's all the talent in this country is huge, and it's incredibly blackpilling that there is so much talent that is just completely wasted. I have so many friends that I grew up with that are more talented and smarter than me that could absolutely.
Wow, they added an ability to speak on desktop now, so we can just talk straight through the mic. You guys hear it, and all these freak jobs hear it. How many people are in this space? 2.2 thousand. Yeah, I mean, we got Mike here. Championing faith, freedom, and fitness. Trumpy. We have Ian Malstrong. Trumpy. We have an independent journalist. Trump. The Right Angle News Network. Trump. Young Bitcoin millionaire. Trump. I don't even know who the fuck. Oh, these are just listeners now. I skipped over this guy. 25-year-old Zoomer, equal opportunity hater. Yeah. These are like basically the people speaking right now. All of them are the worst people in our society. All of them. And I mean that with my whole heart. I mean, I can't do, like, the people on Twitter are actually horrendous. This is a horrendous fucking place. It's a horrendous fucking place. So anyway, let's listen for a minute.
Hey, awesome, man. Thank you for having me up here. I wasn't planning to speak. I'll be very brief. The main reason I came up here is I can't sit here and listen to somebody who's not even American sit here and talk down to Americans and what the way that Americans live and the values that we have and how hardworking the people in this country are. For someone to sit up here who's not even in this damn country to talk down to my fellow Americans, I had to come up here and actually say something about
Do you
that.
disagree with him, Derek?
I 100% disagree with him. I have the same situation as Eric there. I'm in West Virginia. Guess what? I'm a real estate investor. I flip houses, own rental property. I don't. I've only had Mexicans at my house one time, and it was to install carpet. Not because I'm above hiring Mexicans. That's the point. But we have a lot of blue collar Americans here, black and white and everything else in my area who do a lot of these jobs that people claim Americans won't do. I have tons of subcontractors and such that are full of just everyday average Americans, blue collar people who are painting, who are laying floor, who are doing tiling, who are doing roofs, who are doing all these things. It's just comical for someone who doesn't even live here to act like these people won't do that. And guess what? When I go to Lowe's and Home Depot, whether it's 7 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, waiting for them to shut down, we're picking up materials. There's all kinds of Americans in there picking up materials, getting ready either for the day or the next day. I see it all the time. The only other thing I was going to say is we're talking about bringing people in to this country, coming on the heels of an election that was primarily won once again on an open border, an invasion on our southern border. I'm sorry, but we need to act.
Grant Cardone, who's one of the speakers, I've beefed with him on space. They always end up kicking me out because I'm like the only. I like say something and they get mad. But Grant Cardone, this fucking weirdo. You guys have seen this guy everywhere. The fraud. He's a complete fraud. But he told me that I didn't understand like anything about how the government or the economy worked, and then he told me that the way to fix the way to fix our society and my generation is that we need to learn how to dig holes. And he went on this whole thing about how Gen Z doesn't even know how to dig a hole. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I got kicked. Yeah. Just fun
Donald
fact.
Trump made it very clear on the All In podcast that he supports the H-1B visa
Yo, Bloom,
reforms
thanks
that
for
are
more
being
bits.
suggested by the David Sachs of the world and even Vivek Ramaswamy, because he had that discussion on All In podcast. So I don't know that a moratorium is the issue. I think that the
Dig holes. Yeah, I have no idea. No, he meant like physically dig hole, like literally the movie. Yep, like the movie. Interrupting my journaling. I mean, I don't know. I'm just lazy because I guess I don't know how to dig a hole.
Let me finish my point.
Oh, hold on. But let me just add this to it. Let me throw this in there. How many times have we been told, right? We were like, stop letting him in. Stop the spending, right? Stop this, stop that until we fix it. The problem is that we're told oh, well, we're going to keep it going as we reform it. And then it never actually gets fixed. They kick the can on down the road. This is historically true for decades and decades and decades, Jim.
Diligent, that's my point. The problem is this, guys. Your problem is not Elon Musk or Vivek Ramaswamy or even Donald Trump or any. It's Congress. The reforms you want to happen have to take place in Congress. And I hate to tell you this, we're probably going to have to go through another election cycle to get that done. We're sitting here wringing our hands over an H-1B program that has 140,000 people a year coming in, while we've got millions coming in under the Biden administration. And I mean, we have to have the discussion. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shut the discussion down. What I'm trying to do is give a little perspective here. We're wringing our hands over this right now, and we've got to.
I don't even know what they're fighting about, to be honest with you. I have no idea like what's going on. So why do I not have a dampener? Can I get a fucking dampener, dude? If I ever wanted to join a space, I need. We gotta stop ringing our hands. I need a dampener.
So that's what we got to.
But you know what? The H-1B, the H-1B program is really just a scapegoat for the larger problem, which is the perception that Donald Trump and Vivek Ramaswamy, I mean, not Donald Trump, that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are going to use their political influence outside of the sphere of Doge. That's really what's at the heart of this conversation, is that people are concerned that
Who's people, Diligent? Who's people?
What do you mean? That's Laura Loomer,
Exactly.
DC Drano.
Because these people have been sidelined by the Trump administration,
These
and they're
people are
jealous.
American, Ian. They have way more voice in this country than you do, bud. I'll tell you that right now. They have way more voice than you do.
But my point,
which is why people are listening to me, right? Because they have way more voice. I'm pointing out facts here, and you're just getting up.
Hold on, you guys. My point here is
the MAGA meltdown, dude.
It's a legitimate concern.
The MAGA fucking meltdown. The MAGA fucking meltdown. You got
a legitimate concern when people who have large policy influence start swinging ideas that are outside the purview of the mandate that was given to Donald Trump during this election. And huge.
That's right. It is not acceptable in the Trump sphere. This is insane. Do you hear this shit, guys? It is not acceptable if somebody comes in to work with Donald Trump. Like the idea of like Bob Woodward, the guy who like gonna get the tattoo of the American democracy never dies, or democracy, or what is it? It's democracy dies in darkness. Like when he wrote a book about the Biden administration, like at the heart of that administration was like good governance and like teamwork. So like you bring in people who like disagree on a lot on certain things, and you guys like debate, and it helps helps you the president get an insight of what he should and shouldn't do. Experts disagreeing, but like. This is like fundamental. It's not about that. Like, obviously Trump picks his cabinet based on loyalty. And like, if you come in and suggest doing something that people disagree with, that's not okay. You're ousted. It's a cult.
Things that appear to have helped Trump during the campaign season, and Vivek as well. So we're like tempted to bite our lip here, but I do feel like there's the appearance of impropriety or a conflict in having several billionaires heading up the Doge, where they're going to be picking and choosing which federal government bureaucrats get fired and which ones stay, and then placing new people in.
They're not going to have.
Are you fucking kidding me? They're having this discussion now. Are you actually fucking joking me? Yeah, dude, we've all been screaming at you for months that you're really fucking dumb for thinking that the billionaires are gonna like get rid of all the other billionaires that you don't like. And now that he's won and all this is solidified, you're now discovering this? Holy shit.
But secondly, the Doge thing has nothing to do with immigration. There's other than the
if the Doge thing has nothing to do with immigration, then why are we having this conversation?
Do you guys look? Do you want to hear the argument or not?
Diligent.
Like,
the reason we're
just trying to sabotage Doge right now. That's all it is. Trying to sabotage Doge and remove the influence of Elon Musk from the administration. That's literally all it is. They're threatened by it. They're threatened by the fact that an outsider, perceived outsider like Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk have too much control over the Trump administration, and they're envious. People like Laura Loomer wish they were on the inside, and they wish they were whispering in Trump.
I don't really think it's that. I don't think it's. I didn't mute you, by the way. I really don't think it's that simple or that petty. I like that's an easy justification or rationalization.
I really do think it's that simple. You look at the things that they're saying right now. Look at the things that she in particular is saying. I'm not talking about other people. I'm not even trying to dismiss you, Millie. Millie, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the particular ringleaders of this. They're very clearly in cahoots. They're working on this as a psyop to discredit
Doge. I want to see if I can get her in here. I want to see if I can get her in here.
When anyone brings up a valid concern that could be addressed with actual valid discussion, instead the knee jerk is to just say, "Oh, you're a troll," or "Oh, you're
Because
just
they are.
jealous," or
They are
"You're a
literally
hater."
trolls.
No, it's
You're
a
literally
valid
people trolling
concern.
Elon right now
But
saying
you
he
know
should be
what?
deported.
Maybe the
I mean, that
problem
is
is
not a
being
real
dismissive.
solution. Deport Elon Musk,
Being
really?
dismissive is not helping the situation,
Well, of course
Ian.
you're going to
He's a
dismiss something like
citizen
deport Elon
anyways.
Musk
Like,
when
how
people
you
say that we
can't
need to
deport him.
deport all
That's
legal
retarded.
migrants. I mean, that's just not happening. That's ridiculous. Issuing a moratorium on all legal immigration.
Yes, a
That's
Again, that
literally
is
what
just
moratorium.
Trump
not
ran
happening.
That
on.
is what we
That's
need.
literally what Trump ran on.
No, that's not
No,
what
he
you
didn't
need.
at
I
A
all.
mean,
Not one
moratorium
if I
bit.
was like
out
pro
of
China, I would say, yeah, go
citizens,
ahead and do that.
Ian. Yes,
Canada
we
just
need
did
a
that.
moratorium.
Moratorium.
You know,
We,
I'll just
we
pretend
Are
to
we
be
totally
the
pro China
smart
for
in
a second and
Canada?
say,
I
yeah,
don't
hold on.
know.
do that.
How,
Ban all legal immigration
hold on.
and see what happens.
We in America, this is America, American citizens, the MAGA base, the people who have been with Trump well before. I mean, even after the first term, the whole time, we have been wanting a moratorium for a while since this border has been invaded. Our country has been invaded right now. You can go to parts of this
I think you
country
need to get
and
rid
you
of the
don't. Hold
30
on, hold
million
on, Ian,
illegal
hold on.
immigrants.
You can go to parts of this country and it doesn't even look like America right now from all the illegals who have invaded our country. How can we sit here and anyone advocate to bring in other foreigners at the same time that we're all arguing and saying
I
we
get
want
it.
mass deportations?
I
Listen,
get it. I understand.
I'm
Yeah,
married
I
to a first
understand. I
I'm
don't even
married to a
disagree with
first
you. Like,
generation
I get it.
American. I'm
I
married
get
to a
it.
first
Yeah.
generation American. I support a lot of this stuff, but we cannot have any more than anyone else coming into this
Can you come to
country
like a
until we get
compromise? I
things
mean, because
stabilized here.
like
This country
I
is a
think
powder
there's
keg
a I
right
think
What
there's
does
a
a
now.
good place for
compromise look
compromise.
like, Ian? We're in a compromise.
Okay, like so the H-1B visa program is clearly being abused by a lot of companies. I'm not talking about Apple. I'm not
Okay.
talking about Elon Musk. I'm not talking about these high-end AI companies. I'm talking about these low-end
I'm trying to see.
rent
Wait, hold on.
and Indian worker companies. A lot of them are submitting their guys twice, three times to juke the system, right? They submit a same guy three times in so that they win the lottery, so to speak, right? This is what they're doing. They're abusing that system. That needs to be completely abolished. It needs to be completely stopped, rewritten in its entirety, so that only the best and brightest, and I hate using that term, but only the best people need to get into America right now. And I'm not even saying this as an American. It's not even like in my favor. I'm not even, like this actually doesn't help me to say this. I'm just saying what I see, right?
Test.
So I do think that H-1Bs need to be completely revised. They're not working as intended, and at the same time, you need to deport 30
I'm
million
trying to
people,
see
right?
if
Like
I can.
all those illegals, they
I'm
need
trying.
to go because they're a big problem.
Basically, I'm. Jesus fucking Christ, Ian. I'm trying to see if the test. I know. I'm trying to see if the like I have this compressor setting on the screen capture, so it on the audio, so it should lower when I speak, so I don't have to like. I just don't know why it's not doing it. Do I have the threshold too low? Actually, I kind of do have the threshold too low. Yeah, that's actually the problem. Wait. Okay, here we go. Green ID. What if I do like this? What happens if I do this? Let's find out, everybody.
Expedite your citizenship. If we find out anything in your record that's criminal,
Test.
terrorism, child trafficking, we're keeping the 5 million. So don't give us 5 million if we're going to find anything. We need competent people in this country. We need people that are energized, but mostly we need people with resources so we're not funding them and taking care of them. If you let homeless people come to the country, they're going to remain homeless. Allow the best in the world to come here. If you go to Dubai right now, you cannot find anywhere in Dubai someone talking on their phone while they're working.
And I'm going to tell you right now,
they came from some third world country. They came because they wanted to. They didn't just crash the country. They were given a job, and they know if they don't do their job, they're going to get exported. If they ever fuck up, they're going to get exported. They'll never go back to that country again. You cannot find people there that don't work. In America, it is rare to find people that are working. Let's keep it real, guys. I'm an American. I've been here my whole life. Fucking America's soft right now. People don't work. They're talking on their phone. They're looking at Instagram 4 and 5 hours a day while they're working for 8 hours. They're stealing from their employees. We allow that bullshit to happen, and that needs to change here. And the way you change that is through competition and bringing competent resources into the country that want to contribute, that want to assimilate.
I
and
mean,
you
I
can
don't
play the
know what
game.
it's like in Florida or wherever you are, Grant, but it ain't like that in Oklahoma. I can tell you that much. This is an Atwell state. If you
Okay, wait. I think I actually might have fixed it.
gone.
So when I speak,
That
does
ain't
it like
the gold.
does the audio lower at all, or is it still kind of the
I
same?
go into a Starbucks there, I'm gonna watch people playing on the phone. If I go into the Walmart,
And
they're
that's a
gonna be playing on
woke
the phone. We
company,
allow a
bro.
lot
Those
of
are
bullshit.
woke companies. That's
And
not.
low-level entry
So
jobs.
basically, all I'm
Does it lower enough for you to be able to hear me?
Nah, dude.
Hold on.
agreement
Let
based
him
on
push
wealth.
back.
It lowers a bit, but like not enough. It doesn't lower enough.
No, it's really messed up. It's
It
you
is
guys
rare
want
to
the
see, go to some of
immigration.
these other countries that are in the growth mode right now, and you're going to see a different
Oh,
level.
it lowers,
Absolutely right,
of
Grant.
commitment.
but it lowers enough. Like if I'm talking right now as he's talking, you can still hear me? You can hear me good enough or no?
By far, it is the most fucking hard.
It's perfect. Okay, great.
Been to, right? I see a lot of
Great.
listeners,
It's
a lot
enough.
of people
Amazing.
going
Okay,
jail,
cool.
jail,
Thanks,
jail.
guys.
They're never on their phones unless they're on their
Thank you.
right? Otherwise, they're working
Perfect.
and they work
Great.
really hard, and they know it because they know
Cool.
they're going to get sent back if they don't work hard enough. Right? If
I
you
don't even know
slack,
what the
they're-
fuck these people are talking about right now,
It
dude.
doesn't exist here anymore. Nobody.
Let's hold on.
There's
Now that's done.
There's an
Why
elitist
would you?
mentality in Dubai, right? Like
entitled
you
people.
they didn't
Again,
as open
forget
as the
that.
United States is.
if you are here right now, you do get a free subscription with Amazon Prime, just so you know. I appreciate everyone being so supportive. Yeah, people are saying I would love to go in and humble these people. I don't really know what the fuck to say. They're all just fighting amongst themselves.
It is fine. Let's just be honest about it. And if that means American corporations, fine. Let's be honest.
It is really, I mean, I could talk about how they're all in a cult and just get insta-kicked.
Many, many Americans in this country who network, who do all of the things they need to do. But guess what? They don't suck up to the people who are fucking this country up. Excuse my language.
Yo, Bloom, thanks for another 10 bits.
The CEOs and the elites and the rich.
It's a great take, Addy.
They're doing their jobs. They're finding their mistakes. And guess what happens?
Y'all searching for my MAGA Dad's Amazon login to sub. Yo, W. Julia. You're very kind. I appreciate you.
You get fired. They don't look at you kind.
Oh, no, Lulu.
You happen to be
Dude, Twitter is a...
who are running.
Oh, my God, it's a hellscape.
So let's get real about it. What you really want is a bunch of people to do what they're told, to get paid less than Americans, and who, quite frankly,
I should go in and press Grant on the fact that people aren't working here.
want to move up.
This is stupid, bro.
We don't want to be stuck.
All right, guys, listen. Let me use the bathroom super quick. I'll be right back.
Nobody in this room has the drive of Grant for us.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her
That's
finish, you guys. Let her finish. Mike, I'll let you respond. Tanya, go ahead. Land your plane. Tanya,
Land it before you
mute glitch.
Because the fact that you think most Americans want to make
please,
it,
just because I had a mute glitch,
like
let
it's
me finish,
completely
please.
not
The
true.
reality is that most Americans do want to do better, and they've been pushed down, and they've been crushed, and told they're not good enough, told they're lazy.
Sounds like a victim mindset.
No.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I'm not victimizing anybody. What I'm saying is,
look
that
at woke
people are
ideology,
losing
bro. It's
hope
not
in
fake.
country. People are losing hope in this country. That's what Americans are losing, and now
Skill
a bunch
issue.
of elite rich
Don't lose
people
hope. I was
telling
born
them
poor.
that
I
they
was
should
born
be
fucking
replaced
impoverished.
by people who work for less wages. They should be replaced by people who do what they're told and not question too much, who won't point out the mistakes and will just let it all slide so they can keep their job. If that's what you want, fine. You definitely don't want Americans. You want something else.
Well, one, let me jump in there, Doja. That first of all, that's not true. Second of all, look, I'm not going to.
It's actually dope. You can talk on desktop now.
I don't have Grant.
Makes it very helpful for the stream.
God's sakes, man. The dude is like a freaking walking Energizer bunny. I just want to sometimes lay down on the couch and watch freaking TV and do absolutely nothing. So don't say that all Americans want to do this, and don't say that all Americans are the exact same.
Remember to drink water. I got you. I appreciate you, Bloom.
That dude is not someone you want to hire. So don't say all Americans are hardworking.
Bloom, thank you.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me, or I'll freaking beat you on stage. Keep talking over me. What happens?
Hold on.
See, so this is MAGA collapsing right here. This is what it is. See, this is great. This is MAGA fighting amongst themselves.
As a co-host of this space, like this. When I'm talking, you don't talk. So if you go into a job and you start talking,
oh my God, bro,
fired. And yes, down here in Texas, that's the way it works. It's a right to work state. That means it's at will. You can be fired. So don't tell me that we just want somebody that's going to go there and shut up. But for the most part, what bosses do is they do want someone to go and do their
Hannah,
job.
Team Melania, or Team Elon.
That is the general thing, because it becomes more productive. And just because you might know more than your boss does not make you more productive, because that dude somehow or another knew how to market himself and get that job to begin with.
What
Shit.
the
His family knew the right.
what the fuck is going on, dude?
The whole time I get 15 more seconds. So what I'm saying, if you think that these people that are born from birth, they are taught hard work, like America was back in the 40s and 50s, right? If y'all think that we're the same America we were in the 40s and 50s, you are freaking delusional. None of y'all have walked into a school in the last 20 years. So don't tell me what the freaking teenagers are like, because you can't take away your phone from your own kid to discipline them. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. All of you hypocrites in here that are talking about how I see America.
This guy is freaking out.
We're all good. Yeah, I get that. But here's the thing, though.
The
None of you are
40s?
divesting from your 401k that's invested in these companies that are hiring illegal workers. You know how many of you are doing it? Zero. None of you are doing it. None of you are investigating Perry Home. You know why you can afford the house that you can? Because you've got illegal people building that house. That's why you can afford it. Otherwise, you could throw another $100,000 on your freaking
that's
house.
not true.
That is a fact, hypocrites.
So I'm gonna say one thing. There's a huge, I don't know what's going on. The anti-American sentiment in here. I'm hearing a lot of the CCP talking points about how Americans are fat, Americans are lazy, Americans don't want to work, Americans are unskilled. All the negativity, all the black pills. I can tell you, I know what.
Yo, Tyler, I appreciate you a lot.
Middle-class Americans, right? The large majority of people I know in my social network are hardworking, everyday Americans who bust their ass. They're not lazy. They're not just sitting there on their phones while they're working all day.
I know a
They're
shit ton of
actually-
lazy Americans. I used to be on the left, and I was surrounded by fucking shit tons of lazy leftist Americans. Like, that was the norm.
Yeah, but that is a minority.
How many
But hold on,
employees
hold on. But that is a minority, right? Yeah, that may be the case. Those aren't the middle class. Those are everyday Americans. Those are insulated people who are raised in affluence. That are out of touch with
and they're the ones applying
what
for
it
these
really
jobs,
is.
but they just don't try.
That's a very limited
Applying for
perception.
engineering jobs.
Oh, hold on, let me finish what I was saying. That's a very limited perception of what.
That's right, Kai.
It really is.
That's right.
There are hardworking people here. There are trained people here. There are skilled people here. There are people who are really trying to better themselves. To act like the general consensus in America is a bunch of fat, lazy slobs with no
That's not what I'm
motivation.
saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
Literally
That
what
is
you
exactly
said.
what you're
No, that's
saying.
Holy shit.
Exactly what you're saying.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Let me respond real fast. When I'm not
Jesus.
saying that. I'm not saying that because you can't lump all Americans into one thing. What I'm
That's
saying
right,
is
Duncan.
every day I go to work, I see everybody. I see a bunch
Oh,
of
here he
people
goes.
working.
Here he goes.
That's correct.
Here he goes.
Also,
Here he goes.
and tell me if I'm wrong here at any point.
Here he goes.
We are the fattest we have ever been in history. We are on.
That has nothing to do with. That has nothing to do with. That has nothing to do with the conversation.
Let me just.
That has
finish real
nothing to
quick.
do with this conversation.
It
Nothing.
does. I'm watching the people of the next workforce that are fatter and are more antidepressants and more freaking Ritalin and Prozac and are special ed now because they get accommodations for things they don't need.
So
I'm
you're
telling you, that is what is
American
happening.
to give up on
corporations
them
first.
and bring in imports.
Kate, I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate you a lot. We can move on from this if people would like. I just kind of stumbled upon it. I mean, that's just like insane. Absolutely insane. I do need more mods, you're right. Kate, I appreciate you a lot.
Are any foreigners in West Virginia? I'm sure there are, but I don't know of any.
Oh my God! Wait, this guy got arrested for being a. Wait.
I think that some of us are talking past each other, myself included, on
Thi-
this, because I do think that as big as America is,
This guy got arrested for being a January 6th. I've talked so much shit to this guy. He gets so angry because he just like lies about what actually happened, and then you go to the indictment, He's like, fuck the judge. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is your written statement apologizing to the judge.
But in some places, I agree with some of the things I'm hearing, or at least that's my perception of what I see in a lot of these areas. But I live in rural West Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, all of that. We grew up very poor and in the coal mines. Okay, so the people in my area are very hardworking, blue collar, skilled people who want to work. And unfortunately, in my area, we got decimated by Obama's war on coal, the climate change stuff, all that. I'm not getting into all that right now, but I'm just saying the way that we were raised. I spent my summers from the time I was 7 years old chopping firewood because we didn't have any other heat. Our main source of heat was wood. So to pretend that Americans don't have this want to better themselves is simply wrong. Now, are there some people who were raised in these middle class liberal homes in these major cities who fit the criteria that you guys are explaining? I believe that is true. So I think that
Bloom,
both the
you're very
things that
kind.
we're
I
all talking
appreciate
about
you.
right now in a country this size with
I
this many
appreciate you a
people
lot.
and this diverse of everything, I believe that both things that we're saying can be true. I believe both sides are true. I think a lot of this right now is happening because we're all talking past each other because we're talking based on what we are seeing in our immediate area. And so hopefully that
Derek,
brings some clarity.
let me ask you just a quick question real fast, and this goes out to Grant and
That's
Jim
fair, Derek.
and Grant and Jim and Doc. So you remember back in the summers when you was a kid? Now I'm not saying, let's just say my age doesn't start with a 4 anymore. You remember how the back of the day you would go like mow a yard or something like that to freaking make some money, and then you could like save up to like buy a bike and crap like that. What I'm saying is, and again, we have to make sure. I am not saying all Americans. I would put my money on America every day. Pro America, America first, Donald Trump, it doesn't matter. But see, the thing is, if people hold Elon Musk accountable, then I get to hold the people that I've been teaching for the last 25 years, I get to hold them accountable too. And I get to watch what's happening and get to say that they were not overweight 25 years ago. They weren't a lot, but they are now. And what I'm saying is they will not get up to answer the door. They will not get up to move the seat. What I'm saying is this is just what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's the whole country. I'm saying that this is what I'm seeing.
Maud Lulu. 1, 2, 3, I appreciate you.
And now many of the people that graduated from my school, not all of them, not the majority of them, but a lot, way more than there should be, they don't have a job. Because if you look at the numbers, kids are staying home more. They're living with their parents longer. They are more overweight, and we all know.
What,
That's
bro?
a fact.
Where do you
Mike,
live?
I'll
What's
put you
going
in
on in
one.
I'm
Houston?
talking about the
It's not like that
statistics.
at all where I live.
Not
Mike,
where
I'll
you
put you in
live,
this farm for
Diligent.
you,
That's
man.
like saying that everybody's neighborhood is the exact same. I'm talking about the stats across the United States. What I just said about people living at home more often, that is a fact across the United States.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah,
Well,
That's since COVID.
70% of Americans are
guys,
overweight,
Mike,
40%
listen.
are obese. It's
I've been,
fucked up.
I've been on the other side of Mike on a lot of this conversation, but I think that we do have to recognize some of the things that he's pointing out here, and I think that there is an issue in this country where a lot of people want to talk about the participation trophy stuff is really the coddling
God, these
the
people
issue in
are
this country.
so
The real
annoying.
issue is that
I'm gonna join.
we now have a
I'm gonna
generation of
tell.
kids who are being raised by people who are also raised in the
Look, check this out, right?
trophy and in a coddling time.
I got immediately accepted, but I can't hear anybody. So that's the problem. Probably because this thing is fucking broken. Nice. We're gonna have to leave and rejoin. Oh, Chris, why'd you leave and rejoin? Because, and I always start at the same. Like, sorry guys, had to leave and rejoin because Twitter's super broken. There's 2,500 people in here.
Chopping wood and stuff for
Okay. What? I heard everyone for like, this happens all the time on Twitter Space. I heard everyone for like half a second and I stopped hearing them again. Can you guys hear them? No, no way. Oh my goodness. Do I have to like, maybe I should refresh the fucking chat. It's like I can't hear them. Yeah, it's like you can't hear them when I get, hold on. I'm good now. I'm good. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Yeah. Wait. Something's wrong. My mic seems very quiet. Uh-oh. Oh no. I have to leave. I have to leave again. I had to leave because okay, so it's like when I got in and my mic was being used by they were about to go to me too. He was like, "We're going to go to Chris." It's okay. It's cuz I yes, why'd Safari fuck up my mic? Oh my. It has a weird echo. It's cuz like it's being used by two sources. Oh my god. I sound like a robot. Yeah, it's because my mic's being used by two sources. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. I guess I could like. I guess I could just join on my phone. I guess that's a good point. Hopefully, they won't be like out of sync. Safari is crazy. Why? Let's see if they're like. What if they're? But then I'm gonna be listening. Oh wait. Actually, that might work if I like. Hold on a second. I just want to see if they're like. Wait, I just want to see. I'm gonna listen anonymously for a second.
They'd probably be moving to bigger cities with more opportunities.
I want to see.
If they were really trying to hustle up the food chain. Second thing I'll say is this: if I have 10 immigrants and 10
with the same skills,
apply for the same job,
I'll bet you 10 times out of 10 I'm gonna hire the immigrant because they come with something
They're like slightly off
10
base.
Americans don't have. They are hungry and they are motivated and they have
two
purpose,
sources,
and they
Can I
don't
fix that?
yet have comfort.
Maybe I just
The
need.
Americans
Maybe I
have
can
been shown
make.
a level of
You know what I can
competence.
do?
It's
Oh,
not
no,
because
I
they
can't
work
do
for
it.
cheaper, Grant.
No, I'm not because we don't hire people for cheaper.
What if my
I'm
computer's
not interested.
input
Like if you
is?
came to me and you want to work
So
for
you're
us,
telling
we're
me
not
that
even
people
interested
don't
in
hire immigrants
Man.
because of the bottom line? Come
you.
on.
I'm talking
Speaking
about
for
me.
himself.
I'm talking
Julian.
about me.
Oh,
I'm talking about
okay.
myself.
Well, I mean, in general, though.
By the
Right?
way, everybody else in this room is talking for themselves, but suggesting that it's the color of all people. And we all have our biases and experiences.
Great. I love how I'm just breaking my. Now I'm just breaking my. Now it says my mic's low again. I think I'm just. Oh, it's because I changed it to. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just. Nice. Yo, thank you so much for the bits. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Oh, Bloom. Be safe. Be easy. I appreciate you a lot. We're all hung. That's right, Julia. That's right. Okay. So I guess like I can't have. Does my mic sound quiet right now? It seems kind of quiet. Oh wait. What? What does this do? Hello. That doesn't really change anything. There's an echo. Is there still an echo? Robot Chris. Great. We love that. That's amazing. Go to my. Okay. Why? Oh wait. Wait. I'm a robot because I'm being. Hold on a second. What if I? Brother. Remove. Okay. I still sound like a robot, don't I? No, I wasn't on mute. It was actually just that like I mean, what? Like, Oh, I'm back to normal. Really? Okay. It just kind of seems like it's low. I don't know why it seems low to me. Does it? We back? Okay. So then the question becomes like, can I use 2 audio sources at the same time, or will I just break OBS again? That'd be bad. It's a little low, but no more robot. Yeah, see, now it's just like my audio is lower than it's supposed to be. Is this because of... Oh my God, man. It's kind of back. Yeah, dude. It's because it's because I'm not good at what I do. Hold on, I want to see something. Is it like normal? No, it's still low. Why is my mic low? I didn't change anything. Did I just break? Okay, wait, now I seem like loud again. I think I might be loud again. Remove it. Yeah, that's kind of... Well, I did that a second ago. Do I sound normal? Like, do I actually sound normal now? Or do I sound different? Robot, wait. How about now? Do I sound normal now? My headphones. Hi, Chris, it's Rosie. Hello, Rosie. I just fixed it. I just fucking fixed it. I'm a god. I'm a god. Is it good now? This has to be normal. Is this how you normally hear me? Right? Or is this different? Okay, we're good. I'm a good. That's right. Grammar. Big grammar. You're good. I'm a good. Thank you, guys. 20 minutes that took. Well, Duncan, I'm kind of an idiot. Yes, Rosie, I got you. Rosie. I appreciate you a lot. You have no idea. I will. I promise. It's good now. Okay, it's normal. All right. So if I go back here and I try to join a Twitter space, are we just going to break kind of everything? Is that what we're going to do? He can read today, but can he speak? Addie, I appreciate you. Uh-oh. Why are you crying, Rosie? Don't cry. I don't know about that Twitter space. I don't know, Beth. I hate how Twitch be doing emojis, bro. We should do some... Let's listen. Let's listen honestly for a second. Oh. Now you guys can hear it. Here. Hold on. Jesus, fuck.
They get the state money, they get the test money, they get the tutoring money, they get the lunch money. They're all fed. They're all free programs. All their food is fed. They even feed them after school. So all the money that's being invested in education is not going into skill programs.
You know what?
All of the money that's invested in education is not going to your kids, Millie. You can talk over me, but it doesn't matter because the money is not going to where you say it goes.
All right, let's break it up a little bit. Hold on. Let's break it up a little bit. George, go ahead, chime in on this.
No, I came in. I heard what Grant said. I'm not here to argue with him. The dude has a business and empire. He's made a living of signing the front of checks, as I said earlier. But I again, on the point base of kids here, the issue that we keep going back to. I came in this conversation about an hour ago. It was a lot more intolerable to talk, so now it's a lot easier. And
that's because Prodigal's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. Well,
there is some truth to that. Fair,
sure, whatever. But my point.
Still love Prodigal.
Yeah. So my point here is I think everybody fails to look at the core root, at the root problem of what it is, and we have 100% abandoned education in this country in a systemic fashion. We are not funding schools. We are not funding K through 12 programs appropriately. We are not funding institutions of higher learning.
Look what they did with them, George. They used them to destroy our kids.
Let me finish this point, though. The problem we face in America is that we don't even rank top 10. Oh, by the way, we don't rank top 20 in the global ranking of K through 12. That's fucking embarrassing. And somebody made a conflating point about the previous generations having gone through the Great Depression, the crash of 29, two world wars, and all of that. Sure, that too. But guess what? Where America was in that generation as well. We were in the top 10 of education globally. So the problem we have is there's been a departure from, you know, common sense education, and we navigated towards, I don't even know what the fuck this is. And Millie, you have
Standards are low now. Everybody gets a fucking pass.
Ian, let me finish. You didn't let me talk before. Give me a second. Hold on.
You know I'm right, though. You know I'm right.
Jesus, you don't even let me conclude my thoughts. It's very hard to
Go ahead, George.
Go ahead.
So my point is, Millie, you have kids in school. I don't know if you experienced this in the state you're in, but I'll put it this way: in New York, I was, what was it, 2022? I actually had to help a friend of mine go to school. Her son was led to believe that 1 + 1 is 2 or 11 because 1 and 1 make 11. So he answered 11, got a half a right answer point for that. We had to go.
That didn't happen. On my fucking life, that didn't happen.
Superintendent.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? This place is a hellhole, dude. These people are crazy, bro.
View on mathematics, because I turned around and I
didn't
said
happen
to the school, let me explain to you how damaging this is. Is the child who's answering this to believe that if you get $2 bills and present it to pay a $10.50 bill at the grocery store, that is acceptable? Because that's what you're doing. Your math is warped. I understand your visual learning approach might be something for people with delays. Sure, a very unique approach and application, but for the masses, and we got into it. We had to appeal this all the way to the superintendent to strike down that methodology of teaching in the school district. And then we replicated this and went around and did it a few more times in other school districts within my vicinity because I felt passionate about it. But that's where we're failing, guys. So the reason you guys keep having these arguments about engineers and all of that, I repeat, another issue is, look at the Harvard endowment, look at the Texas Tech endowment, look at all these major endowments. And for those of you who don't know what an endowment is, it's the investment arm of a university where all those big, generous donations go to.
I just realized that this is fucking George Santos talking, dude.
They do for profit.
It's fucking George Santos, dude.
But
I didn't even realize that until I just looked.
Endowment.
It's fucking George Santos, dude. Oh my.
They invest heavily in the University of Mumbai. They invest heavily in a lot of other universities abroad with the intention to recruit top talent, because it seems to be cheaper per student to do that abroad than it is in the US. So there's a lot of systemic issues we need to curb, and that's one of them. So this entire argument, we don't need to go into this race conversation that we seem to be going to when we can just talk about.
Nobody's been talking about race but you, George.
No, I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy, Diligent.
I'm just saying in the space, like it hasn't been discussed.
In the space, maybe not, but if you go scroll through X, I'm pretty sure you'll see what I'm talking about. So I think instead of talking about anything that remotely resembles race, just talk about the systemic failures and how we enable that shit domestically, and let's fix it. We have the opportunity to do it in the next 4 years. Let's fucking fix it. That's
the point, right, George? Is we wanted to vote. We voted for Trump so that he could come in and fix these problems. So I think when we're seeing like Elon and Vivek and those who are going to be heading up Doge talking in this way, we feel like, okay, so was that all talk? Because now here we are again, where are we going to actually see them implement some of these changes, or are we going to continue down this path? And if we're not putting hiring Americans first because we love our country and we love our fellow American, then I don't know what the hell we're doing. We're not training up kids the way they're supposed to be trained. Kids are literally being fed poisons and toxins and chemical hormone disruptors since they were born. Literally in utero. The studies have come out, shows that women consuming fluoride and fluoridated water, their children have lower IQs. Okay, The food
Oh my God.
is
Oh my
food
fucking God.
and
Oh my God.
banned in other countries.
Oh my God.
Kids are
She's
literally
dude,
being
these people are such
poisoned and wrecked since their very beginning, and then they're expected to compete on a global stage
Dude.
against a bunch of other kids who aren't being poisoned with toxins
Dude.
dumbed down through their education
Dude.
system, where they prioritize
Dude.
teaching them about gender identity
Dude.
and DEI and all this other nonsense.
Dude.
Where
That's what they
other
talk
kids,
about. That's when they talk about reforming the education system. You guys talk about funding and how much more money we need to spend.
Well,
You need to get rid of all of the policy.
Silicon,
Our education system needs to be stripped down to
and
the
it's going
bare
to. We have
fucking
Linda
bones
McMahon,
before it gets any money thrown at it, bro.
incoming
Any.
Secretary of Education Linda McMahon is exactly the type of person that will finish. And I know you guys probably don't like the former Secretary of Education, but as somebody who knows the work she was doing, Betsy DeVos started the plan to dismantle the Department of Education. And the benefit of having Linda McMahon go in there, she's just going to finish it off. And she's going to reform and bring the much needed reforms to education in this country. And I think that we can get very excited about, because Linda has spent an entire life investing in reforming education in Connecticut, of all fucking places, and she has a track record, and she's a warrior for it. I mean, quite literally a warrior, right? Married to Vince McMahon, you got to be somewhat of a warrior. But that being said, this is coming. Like, education in the U.S. will fix itself. The problem we face today is really going to be from a municipal standpoint, where you're going to have to look at these Democrat cities like Detroit or New York City or Chicago and be like, yo, you're heavily led by Democrats. What are you doing about bettering opportunities for inner city kids, which, if we're being honest, predominantly come down to multi-generational, multicultural people of all strides, right? Along with minorities. So this is where we need to make these investments, dude. So I look forward to Linda McMahon's leadership in the Department of
Let
Education.
me
and
call
look,
on some of these hands real quick.
there are
Millie,
STEM
Millie.
programs. Like, for example, there's Lego First is a STEM program. If you guys have kids, I suggest you get them involved in it. It's a great program. It's across the nation. Okay. But what I will say is it's not necessarily available to all families, because even so, it's a private type of program, and you do have to pay money for your kid to be on a team. I think I had to pay $400.
$100.
But for some people, if they have multiple kids, or if that's just something they can't do, that's why I'm saying other technological companies, if they have money, why aren't they donating to these programs to make some of this free for kids, right? More available for kids, so that they can kind of expand that out and do more with that, because I think it's a great thing for young
Because
people to do.
they're too worried about teaching our kids that they can go to any bathroom they want to, and putting tampons in the boys' restroom, and telling them that they don't
No,
have to
I'm saying the
be a
tech
boy or a girl if
companies.
they don't want to
I'm
be.
saying, why aren't tech
Yeah, that so
companies
am I. Yeah, so
investing?
am
They can
I.
donate it.
So am
It's a
I.
tax write off.
That's what they're investing in. That's what they're invested in. They're invested in woke ideology, and this is
I beg to
provable.
differ for the tech
the space on stage. And then let me go to the confluence. He's been waiting very patiently, and then we'll go through the hands.
Yeah, thank you, and great discussion here. So, I think if we, prior to today's tweets, were okay with the notion of legal immigration, then I don't know how this discussion has been elevated so quickly if it's all within the care of legal immigration. And obviously, there's reform, there's tightening. For instance, I'm an employer. I've lived outside of the US for the last 5 years, absolutely American first, or America first. And I noticed that I have a media agency, and many different times people would come to me to try to get press, because press and publicity is one of the caveats that get you into this kind of favored position through the visa services. You can add it to your document. So there is fraud that's going on. But indeed, I don't know that this position is isolated to just the discussion from today. I think it's the same thing with the local high school team recruiting outside of their bounds to get the star from the next district over, and the jimmying that goes there. And I don't know that that one spot that they lose in that high school to bring in that wide receiver with all of this talent necessarily means that the school is worse off for having a better team with one less person. Traditionally, whether at the university level or the recruitment for business level, you have a better team. And if we want the best of the best, sometimes that might be outside of America if we do have immigration as an acceptable context. And if not, we move into this almost, like almost backwards protectionism where you just can't have anyone from anywhere and it's all us. And we
Confluence.
might die to our own detriment to not have the outside influence. And all things within bounds. And again, I lived in Dubai for years. And there is something